Okay, right. So we are in question section A, question 1A, where they want us to solve for x. So in number 1, it's given as an equation of x minus 3, x plus 1 equals to 5. So this kind of an equation, we call it a quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. Alright, so the only way that we're gonna have to solve this quadratic equation, we can either use a quadratic formula, completing of the square, or factorization. So we may need to first multiply or expand those two brackets so that we can have the equation as just its general way and then equating it to 0. Alright, before we can identify whether we use a quadratic formula, completing of the square. Okay, basically we don't have to use completing of the square because it's longer. So we can basically either use factorization or completing of the square. Alright, so we're gonna first expand those two brackets. So when we expand them, we're gonna use the distributive law. Now using the distributive law, we're gonna first multiply with the x there and the x there, negative 3 there and negative 3 there. Alright, so let's do that. When you do the x, you're gonna get x squared plus x minus 3x minus 3 equals to 5. Collect the like terms. You should get x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals to 5. When you take the 5 to the other side, if we do that, we should have the equation now being x squared minus 2x minus 8 equals to 0. Now looking at this kind of an equation, I see that we can actually solve it by doing factorization. So let me show you. So we're gonna have x. The factors that make up 8, it's 1 and 8, or it can only be 2 and 4. But for this case, seeing that there's a negative 2 there, we're gonna take the one for 2 and 4. So we're gonna say 2 and 4. Seeing that we have a negative 2 there, we're gonna have to put a minus there, and then to make it a minus and a minus, we're gonna have to have a positive there. Let's do a cross multiplication and see if that's correct. So we're gonna get 2x minus 4x. If we add them up, we should get minus 2x, which is basically what we want there. So let's do that in brackets. So we get x plus 2x minus 4 equals to 0. Separate the brackets and equate them to 0. X plus 2 equals to 0, or x minus 4 equals to 0, x equals to minus 2, or x equals to 4. So this is the solution to the given quadratic equation above. Right.